Oh my goodness, y'all need to sit down for this because the drama surrounding Diddy is getting so messy I can barely keep up. Just when we thought we'd heard it all, here comes this explosive lawsuit against prison doctors, and trust me, this isn't your regular prison drama. Diddy's legal team is coming in hot with claims about negligence that supposedly led to him catching some serious illness behind bars. And baby, when I say serious, I'm not talking about some little cold or flu situation. This is major.
From that video of, I think that was obtained by Daily Mail back in September, of Diddy playing hacky sack in Central Park, to now he appeared just astonishingly thinner, which you can expect to be inside a federal detention center for a couple months now. A lot different from the luxury lifestyle that he was living before, but he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. He appeared grayer a little bit as well too, but again, he appeared just like how you would expect Diddy to appear for a hearing.
Listen, with all these legal battles already piling up like dirty laundry and allegations coming at him from every direction, this health crisis is like throwing a whole tank of gasoline on an already out of control fire. But here's what's got everybody's group chats blowing up. Is this just Team Diddy trying to pull a classic redirect and switch up the narrative? Or are we looking at yet another layer of mess in this whole situation? Because Chile, we need to unpack all of this tea. And let me spill something else that's got people talking. Have y'all seen how different Diddy's been looking lately? I'm talking dramatic weight loss that's got everyone speculating. And baby, this isn't just because he's not feeling the prison cafeteria menu. The streets are buzzing with whispers that our boy caught himself a serious STD while he's locked up. Now, for those who've been living under a rock or too busy with their own drama to keep up, Diddy's been cooling his heels in jail, waiting for his trial that's coming up in May 2025. But this story, it's getting juicier by the minute. Speaking of juice, let's talk about these rumors that have been floating around about Diddy's, shall we say, diverse lifestyle choices. Not just the ladies in his life, but those alleged male escorts too. Well, honey, apparently prison hasn't changed our boy one single bit. Word on the cell block, and this tea is hot, is that Diddy's got himself a whole little fan club in there. I'm talking about a crew of male admirers who are so devoted they're making his bed and everything. But Chile, let me tell you something. This isn't just about keeping his sheets crisp and corners tucked, if you know what I mean. And let's be real, in prison, protection isn't exactly guaranteed like one of Diddy's old record contracts. And just when you thought this saga couldn't get any more dramatic, guess who comes strutting into the narrative like she's walking a runway? None other than Miss Jaguar Wright herself. And baby, when I tell you she did not come to play, during this recent interview, she spilled enough tea to fill the whole Atlantic Ocean. According to her, and y'all might want to hold on to something for this, Diddy's supposedly dealing with some serious health issues, and here's the gag. She claims she knows at least 20 other men who are in the same situation. The plot isn't just thickening, it's turning into concrete. But Miss Jaguar is keeping some names tucked away in her designer bag for her upcoming show, so you know that's gonna be must-see TV. Let's rewind for a hot minute though, because context is everything. Remember when Diddy got arrested back on September 16th, 2024? Those charges weren't just heavy, they were massive. We're talking SA by force, fraud, conspiracy, and transportation of you-know-what. Ever since then, Jaguar's been coming for his neck like a woman on a mission.
How dangerous do you think?
Thank God.
How dangerous do you think he is as a person?
I think he's one of the most dangerous people I've ever met.
Child, let me tell you what went down in October. Miss Jaguar sat down with Piers Morgan, and when I say she let it all hang out, I mean all of it. She called Diddy, and I'm quoting her exact words here, one of the most dangerous people she's ever dealt with, and straight up called him the devil. Can you believe the audacity? But wait, it gets even deeper. She went in, saying his whole career was basically orchestrated by these powerful people to control the culture and keep the music industry in check, like some kind of puppet master situation. But hold on to your wigs, because she didn't stop there. She's been trying to warn folks about both him and Jay-Z for years, calling them both monsters who've been flying under everybody's radar like stealth bombers. Now here's where the tea starts spilling over the cup. Our boy Diddy is apparently refusing to leave his cell at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn. He's just sitting there like a statue, messing up all kinds of legal proceedings, including those multiple SA lawsuits. People are saying there's no escape route this time, and baby, the comments are savage. One person said, and this sent me straight to heaven, he is finally finding out that no means no, tantrums and meltdowns aren't going to work anymore. Another one came for his whole existence, saying, he seems to think he is getting out. His new reality is a life behind bars. Well deserved. The shade of it all. And honey, Tony Busby's team isn't sitting quiet in the corner either. They're out here spilling all the tea about how Diddy won't cooperate. They can't serve papers, can't schedule meetings. They can't get anything done because Mr. Thing won't even step one designer's shoe out of his cell to accept service. Now everybody's playing detective trying to figure out why he's acting like this. If those HIV rumors are true, and I'm just repeating what I heard on these streets, it might explain why he's suddenly camera shy. But there's something else that's got people's eyebrows raised to their hairlines. Apparently his paranoia is through the roof. Word is, he's so scared of being poisoned that he's turning down certain Mexican meals like they're last season's fashion.
Now, we're getting reports that Diddy isn't eating while in jail, and it could be because he thinks someone's trying to poison his food.
Now, isn't it just the definition of irony that someone who's been rumored to poison people with pneumonia-like symptoms is now worried about getting poisoned himself? The karma of it all is thick, honey. This whole situation with Diddy refusing to leave his cell has got everyone's wheels turning. Is he trying to hide because of these alleged health issues? Or is this his way of playing hide and seek with more lawsuits? Some folks think it's just a clever way to keep the legal system at bay, and honestly, can you blame him? It's gotta be hard knowing how far you've fallen from grace. Some people are even saying they wouldn't be surprised if Diddy's in there crying his eyes out, finally feeling the weight of all this legal mess and realizing that some big names in the industry are probably out there plotting his downfall. But you know what they say about ego. It's always been Diddy's middle name. And speaking of ego, you won't believe who he's comparing himself to now.
Luigi Mangione has been placed in the same federal prison as Sean Combs. Said Combs, Christmas came early.
Get this piping hot tea. Apparently, Diddy is not handling it well because Luigi Mangione is becoming the prison's new favorite. Can you imagine? Diddy, who's used to having all eyes on him wherever he goes, is throwing actual temper tantrums because Luigi's getting all the love and attention. And here's the gag that'll send you. Luigi's in solitary confinement. They haven't even crossed paths, but the inmates can't stop singing Luigi's praises. Why are they so obsessed with Luigi? Well, honey, let me break it down for you. He's been speaking his truth about his back pain and the terrible healthcare system in jail, something that really hits home with the other inmates, especially since this particular jail has a reputation for having healthcare that's about as reliable as a chocolate teapot. Plus, taking out that CEO, that made him a straight-up folk hero to some of these folks who've been critical of the system. Word on the block is, Luigi's actually getting emotional about all the support, and some people are even developing crushes on him. Meanwhile, poor Diddy's sitting in general population, watching his star power fade faster than cheap hair dye. But hold on to your seats because this roller coaster isn't over. Diddy and his legal team just pulled a power move by serving papers to Courtney Burgess, who's been out here making some serious allegations that'll make your jaw drop.
How many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
This is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by...
Child, let me tell you exactly what went down. Courtney went online and on TV claiming he had these videos of Diddy and sexual encounters with celebrities, including some disturbing content allegedly involving minors. He even claimed he testified in front of a grand jury. But Diddy's clapping back with a defamation lawsuit saying these videos are about as real as a $3 bill and Courtney's just stirring up drama for his 15 minutes of fame. According to Diddy's team, these allegations have social media calling him all kinds of names, and it's seriously messing with his chances of getting a fair trial. But Courtney, baby, he is standing firm like an oak tree in a hurricane. When they asked him about the lawsuit, he didn't back down 1 inch, saying, "I'm standing by my word," and throwing enough shade about Diddy rotting in jail to create an eclipse. And just when you thought that was all, there's more. This whole situation gets even messier with this drama about Kim Porter's memoir. Courtney claims he got his hands on a rough draft, which somehow ended up being self-published on Amazon. But that book got snatched down faster than a wig in a windstorm after Porter's family and friends called it completely fake. Diddy's legal team is using this to paint Courtney as someone who's just trying to get famous off lies and drama. Now, Courtney's singing a slightly different tune, saying he doesn't have the original footage anymore, but hints that some copies might be hiding in his phone or email like Easter eggs. And when his lawyer, Ariel Mitchell, showed up in a documentary repeating these claims about handing videos to the government, Chile, Diddy's team went absolutely nuclear, calling it nothing but lies and fabrications. With Diddy's trial set for May, only the good Lord knows what other tea is gonna spill. Neither side is showing any signs of backing down, and this whole situation is getting messier than a toddler with finger paint. The streets are watching, the internet is buzzing, and everybody's waiting to see what's gonna happen next. What do y'all think? Is Diddy gonna make it to trial? Is he gonna face the music, or is there more drama coming our way? Drop your thoughts below, because this tea is too hot to handle alone, and mama needs to hear what y'all think about all this mess. Because let me tell you something, this story ain't over by a long shot, and I've got a feeling we're just seeing the tip of this dramatic iceberg.